Here we go. Okay, over to you. Do you have the slideshow visible to you, Marco?
Yes, yes. Can I start?
Yes. Over. Yep, we're all ready. It's all recording. So.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and thanks for being here. I'm in Italy now. It's 10 a.m. I'm here to talk about the trips of Southern Sea Ventures in Greece and in Croatia that we are running. I will do a brief presentation of these trips, and then we can chat a little bit. There is also a video that at the end. So you can go forward. Yes, paddling adventures in the Mediterranean Sea, immersed into this beautiful contest that is a mix of a landscape and culture. So about me, briefly, I'm 50 years old. I have a long experiences in kayaking and sailing the Mediterranean. I'm basically a passionate, and I'm also an instructor trainer for the American Canoe Association. I organize trips for Southern Sea Ventures since years, and I'm basically concentrated in round trips in this side of the Mediterranean that is between Croatia and Greece. So this is the areas where you can see the yellow points are the area we paddle in Croatia, and the dot points is the area we paddle in Greece. We have 3 different trips. The first is Croatian North Dalmatian Kayak Adventure, is pure kayaking adventures. The second is a kayaking adventure with a catamaran that follow us. So it's a mixing of kayak and sail. And the third one is a kayaking odyssey in Greece, in these 2 islands of Kefalonia and Ithaca. Here you have the dates that we have for this year and for next year. So the first one, it's a kayaking adventure. It's a journey in 2 different areas that we are going to explore that are very different. And one is the northern side of Croatia and is composed by the island of Duki, Otok, and the archipelago of Kornati, that is a very remote area. And the second part is another archipelago in front of Šibenik, and we also explore the Krka river that creates a long gorge that goes into the sea. So 2 different areas, beautiful place for paddling, with discoveries of ancient Venetian villages and pristine landscape, and a lot of diversity. This other trip, it's a trip that we have mixed together the use of a catamaran as a mothership and the kayak as a way to explore the sea. So it offers us the possibility to extend more, because we will be followed by this very nice catamaran that we use to sleep as our base, and day by day we extend our trip by kayak. So it's more like a long journey with the flexibility to rest on the boat for somebody for some time, or paddling during the day consistently. And the itinerary, of course, in this case, it's more flexible because depend of the situation of the weather. But we are playing in a very secure area for that, because it's a big archipelago that offers us a lot of shelter place to paddle. And we can reach really beautiful places that wouldn't be possible to reach just by kayak, because they are far away from the coast. So we will do the first part of the trip will be explore the area close to the shore, and the second part of the trip we will really expose with the catamaran and go far away into the archipelago and paddle from island to island and visit remote villages and have the comfort of the catamaran and rest during the day at the end of the day and enjoy some good meals. This third trip is the trip based on the best part of Greece for paddling. Greece is huge and beautiful for paddling. It offers a very big variety of itineraries. This one that we have developed, it's a Greek that is very authentic. It's the Greek in the Ionian Sea, and we are going to paddle two beautiful islands, Kefalonia, that is the biggest island of the archipelago of the Ionian Sea, and Ithaca, that is famous for its beauty and for the fact that has been mentioned in the Odyssey of Homer. So it's really going paddling in fantastic scenario and a beautiful ancient culture. We will paddle these two islands that are very close one to each other, but offer very different landscape. And the Greek atmosphere there, it's very beautiful, not touristy, and it's a very good experience to paddle these two islands. So just few words about the Mediterranean, because it's paddling pristine water, but immersed in a fascinating millenary culture. Because the Mediterranean is the most famous sea, the most ancient sea, and the sea that has a lot of history and still has a lot of life. You are paddling where the Greek first, the Roman second, and the Venetian third have navigated for centuries, and they have left a lot of culture. They have established little cities that they were cities for us. Now they are villages, but are beautiful. So it's a very unique experience. And this section of the Mediterranean between Croatia and Greece, it's really the heart of this atmosphere.
The average super balance is about $123,000.
And we have the style that we use. It's we use top-notch equipment, very good single and tandem kayaks with rudder, and the group size is small. We used to go in out of the beaten track itinerary. The selection of the accommodation and the culinary experiences is top, and we like to mix this paddling culture and lifestyle. Yeah, here is a little presentation of the beauty of the culinary offers. But on the same thing, we have fantastic scenario that are amazing for paddling, and most of the time we're paddling sheltered area, because we are or into bays or in between islands where it's more protected, and we have the flexibility to use the logistic and to decide where to go each day depending of the weather conditions. And so we have pristine water, beautiful nature, and in the same time a lot of life into the sea, with villages in every corner. It's beautiful to explore, because in every villages you have a little word there is the church, there is the market, there is the council, there is the square, and people that lives there. The two trips can eventually be linked together, so we can the dates has been built in a way that the two trips can be connected with a little crossing of a memorable area that are the Balkans. So we will cross eventually part of Croatia, Albania, Montenegro, and the part of Greece to reach the next destination. It's an opportunity to see an amazing, really side of Europe. Now we'll play.
Yeah.
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 Nuggets. Get more for your money at Nuggets with 24. An extra IQ. The budget could stretch to 2 of this. Not on your Nelly.
Sleep on the street. This is a backpack bed. It's windproof, waterproof, but it's more than shelter. It offers dignity. Donate now to Backpack Bed Funds. Call 1-800. Police have busted an alleged Under cover of darkness, a small fishing boat climbs into a tiny boat ramp in Gladstone. It docks a coloured trailer, but this fishing trip has allegedly made now in the hands.
Estimated 62 million.
It was a delicate operation. 3 men are accused of driving from New South Wales to Queensland using a as with two homes in Newcastle and the Central Coast. The project tonight, I sit down with the mother of powerful message to the government that she demands nationwide. It's making one of the
cheer on a man, get this, dressed as a cheese ball.
Is that a cheese and bacon ball? C220 or whatever it is. You know the numbers here, that's a good number.
An exciting way to treat me every week.
It's a big show. We are live from the London Football Nation.
Yeah. Yes, please.
You go, Marco. You go.
Well, I'm very happy if someone has some questions. I'm here to try to pass what I felt every time that I go there. I just come back from Croatia, and I go in few weeks in Greece and then in Croatia to run the first trips of the season. We still have availability for the second part of the season at the end of September and beginning of October in both Croatia and Greece trips. And I just want to say that the period of the year when we go there, it's really the most beautiful moment we can go, because it's the beginning and the end of the season. So the weather is fantastic. It's not hot, but it's sunny and warm, and the water is warm, and there are not many tourists around. Very often we paddle, we are alone into the water, or the traffic is very, very low. And we enjoy a beautiful hospitality because the host can dedicate to us.
Marco, I might just stop sharing the screen so we'll everyone can see us
Yes.
a little bit larger. There we go.
Yeah.
And I've actually prepared a few questions here that I might. I'll start with a couple of questions that we talked about before, and then we can hand over to anyone who'd like to jump in and ask a few more questions. So you talked. I just wanted to ask what do you love about paddling in the Mediterranean? What makes it a special place for you? Yeah.
Well, for me is going to the most intense experience of paddling into the culture of the sea. We have a mixing of beautiful landscape and culture into the sea, into the water, that is nearby of the Venetian, that has built small towns that touch the water. So with the kayak, you have this feeling that you paddle into an ancient, beautiful landscape, very remote, and then you turn the corner and it appears suddenly a village that has a beautiful architecture. You go there with the kayak and you explore the village, you taste beautiful meals, and there is a lot of diversity in a very small area. That is another point that I really like. You have different landscape that change more time during the day, and then the contest of the paddling it's super nice and very relaxed. That would be the idea that I have. And you feel you paddle and also you explore with the kayak an area and a culture. The kayak really let us explore and be immersed, have a full experience that is very authentic.
And just in terms of the distances, how far are you paddling on an average day?
On an average day, we paddle 15-20 kilometers that can eventually be extended. And basically, we every day we decide where to go paddling with the use of the logistic. We decide to go paddling in the area that is more protected and with the wind that help us. And it's basically coastline or short crossing that we may use to reach a small island where there is a town where we stop, and we do several breaks because the day are long, so there are breaks during the day and possibility to rest and to explore a little bit by walk and then go kayaking again and feel the day.
Fantastic. And of course, just in terms of the logistics, as just for ensure the clarity, we have both trips are supported by a vehicle, so staying in different places or using the catamaran to support for the trip. And on that note, what about the accommodation? What just could you describe some of the accommodation you use in Greece and Croatia? Obviously, the catamaran is but the other two, yeah.
Yeah, the accommodation we have has been selected after several years of experiences, and we use beautiful accommodation that offers the comfort of a 4-star hotel, but we are in a small hotel, family managed, so with the atmosphere that you feel home, and it's not no a big situation. Accommodation and meals are top, really top. Also, the culinary experience is part of the trip because we really have to taste the local specialties and everything that they offer. And it's the place where we paddle are places that are far from the touristy flow, so we have a special service.
And just because we're talking about service and food, can you give me your favorite meal from Greece and your favorite meal from Croatia?
Very difficult because all meals are my favorite there, but if I have to, I really like in Greece the basic meal that is the Greek salad that you find all over in the world, but when you are there, you taste what is the authentic Greek salad with their local products, with local feta cheese. But over than that, they have a fantastic variety of meals that is part of the culture. In Croatia, if I have to mention something, they cook in a very ancient way vegetables and meat or fish together, and they call we cook under the bell because they put the fire on top of a metal bell and they leave it there in this original stove for 2 hours, and then the meals get a flavor that is unique. But even there you have a huge variety of meals that are very, very tasty.
Fantastic. Yeah, I love the pictures of food. I'm actually very hungry now. So maybe just just a little bit of a contrast. A couple of things that are a bit different between Greece and Croatia. Anything that stands out for you?
Well, are two let's say similar place but very, very different from each other. Croatia, it's paddling in 2 archipelagos, so small islands and a lot of bays, a lot of inlays with a lot of villages on into the sea. And it's really, you feel it's considered one of the most beautiful places for sailing and kayaking in the world because of this huge number of islands. And also we will paddle the gorge of a river that create a fjord that is the biggest fjord in the Mediterranean that goes up into the mountains, and it's very beautiful landscape. Greece, it's a focus on 2 big islands, and with the logistic, we paddle deciding of the weather, the area that is more comfortable to paddle. The scenario of Greece is epic, huge. So you have huge cliffs, huge beaches that are totally pristine and remote, and you have the sense that you paddle like in an odyssey, because there are these mountains into the sea, a fantastic landscape, and the two islands are very different from side to side and from one to each other. So very unique experience. The Greek experience, it's very let's say ancient in a certain sense, because really it seems that you go paddling into the past. Croatia is more modern, but still has this connection with the past of the Venetians and so.
No, that's fantastic. I mean, I could keep asking questions all night and all day, but maybe it's good to open it up. And if anyone else has any questions, please feel free. Feel free to turn on your video and or microphone, and just, yeah, fire away with any questions that you might have. And if no one's got any questions, I'll ask one more, which is, you have mentioned this already, Marco, but, what's the weather like? Tell us about the weather again. You've mentioned it a little bit, but
Well, the weather is
really
pretty
as
much
perfect as you tell me? Is it really perfect?
Yes. Yes, in my opinion, yes, it is, because it's not well, temperature wise, we expect to paddle to have during the day 20-25 degrees Celsius, and during the night 15 degrees Celsius. So it's not hot, and it's warm enough and pleasant to paddle. The water temperature is warm, because we have a water temperature between 20-25 degrees, or a little bit more at the end of the season compared to the beginning of the season. And we expect full sunny days with blue skies. And if it's rain for maybe a few hours, and then it comes back again, the weather. So very, very nice condition for paddling.
Fantastic. I can tell you, as it comes into Tasmanian winter, it sounds very, very appealing to me. So,
Marco, what are the sea conditions like? I mean, obviously it's weather dependent, but is it, very flat seas? Is it, are we dealing with waves? What's the kind of paddling conditions?
Basically, the conditions, we are in a closed sea, even if it's a big sea, the Mediterranean. In Croatia, it's really sheltered, so we expect to paddle. There are no swell. Even in Greece, the swell are rare, and we can expect to paddle with some wind, but basically we are in a level 1 to level 2 conditions, especially because we can decide to have to go paddling the most sheltered area, and generally we have winds that are mild, like 10 to maximum 13 knots, and small waves. But most of the time we paddle with I don't want to say flat conditions, but very calm sea.
definitely very friendly conditions. Yeah.
Yes, friendly conditions. Yes, and we have both in our fleet single and tandems with rudder, so you have the opportunity to use these boats that are very stable and very nice boats. We use Delta that are made in Canada, so very nice boats, and also other brands, but generally those. So it's very enjoyable. The conditions are very friendly. Yes.
Yeah. Good question. Anyone else got any questions? I will say, Marco, it's great to chat with you and, get your local knowledge and insight. And I really appreciate what you've done with the kayaks in the background. I think that's very impressed.
Why not? Why not? Yes.
Yeah. So if there's no more questions, please feel free to, jump in with anything. But if there's no more, I'll wrap it up and say goodbye. Just I've got some personal business to attend to. We're expecting a baby tomorrow, so that might be nearly time for me to go and look after the family. Yeah, but Marco, it's so nice to see you and really great to chat. And thanks for everyone for coming along, and see you in the Mediterranean.
Yes. Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity, and a big hug from this side of the world.
Fantastic. I'm just stop the recording there.